Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone, wherever you're watching us from. Good morning. And I hope you are well and that your day is really, really fantastic. I am good today. It's 8 hours and it's Tuesday, 10th of February, 2026, our year of action. My name is Dr. Sylvia Bimwansa, or simply Sunshine. Simply Sunshine. And our topic for today is everyone is a leader at their own level. And this is our episode 1. So we are going to be going into these episodes and choosing a topic that really relates with you as a leader. And we're so proud that you were able to join us today. And our anchor thought is you do not need a title to lead. You need a positive mindset. And this is why we actually come every day, Monday to Friday, just showing up so that we show leadership, because leadership is about you and the things that you do. Monday, we've got Rev Water. Tuesday, it's myself, Dr. Sunshine, with Mindset Change. Wednesday, it's Mompreneur with Sampa. And Thursday is with Dr. Nelly. And Friday, we give it up to Healthy Tips with New Image. And talking about New Image, they had a fantastic launch on Saturday. And today they're having a free event where everyone is just joining to know about their health status. So this is just how we manage our 5 days in the week. For those that join us only on Tuesday, we are here to just make you proud and make you say we are here to show up and make sure that whatever we have researched and whatever it is that we do it for you. So as I said, good morning to this is the Free Mentorship Academy, and I'm fully glad you chose to be here this morning, because leadership conversations at 8 hours already tell me something about you. What is this telling me something about you? It is telling me that you are intentional. And let me say this clearly from the start. Leadership is not about titles. Leadership is not about titles. And please get me very clearly. Leadership is not about titles. If you wait for the title, maybe the title will not come and you won't be able to thrive. So leadership is not about titles. Leadership is about, leadership is where titles, organizations would be perfect. If leadership were about titles, organization would be perfect, and it would just be those things that we really enjoy doing. But it's not perfect because it's not about titles. If it were, we would be like, I don't know actually just how to put it. Or maybe I should just say leadership is about responsibility, influence, and mindset at your own level of life and work. And I want to say this, because leadership is not about titles, and organization wouldn't be perfect. And now we all know that it is not the case, because leadership is about you taking your own responsibility, you having your own influence, and you having a correct mindset that leads you on your level, in your life, and at work. So I want to ask you where you are, or whether you are learning, you are leading a team, you are leading a household, you are leading a project, or still trying to lead yourself out of procrastination. Are you leading yourself out of procrastination? Because every day we want to do things, but we are not going to do those things because we are not ready. Every day say, I'll do it tomorrow. Or today I'm not ready. Today I woke up with a headache. Or today my mother called. Or today someone. So you're always just procrastinating. And time never waits for you. Time will never ever wait for you. You have to lead something. You are leading something every day that you have. Every day that God has allowed you to wake up, it is that something that you should be able to do. So, where do you currently lead? I want to ask you something, and I want you to type something in the chat box. Where are you currently leading? What are you leading? Just type in the chat box. I'm leading my family. I'm leading, someone. I'm leading, so and so. I am CEO, I am HR director. Where are you leading today? Who are you leading? And I just want you to just take a moment and think about who you are leading, because leadership is at personal level. Leadership is something that you need to be able to do by yourself. Are you leading your work? Are you leading at family level? Are you leading self, or even a WhatsApp group? Even WhatsApp groups have got leaders who can take out, something that is not sitting well with the rest of the team, or what you have posted is not good enough. You are leading. So I just want you to type in the chat box and say what you are leading at the moment, so that we can be able, to see just where you are, If you are hearing me, loud and clear, just type yes, yes, yes. I'm leading from somewhere. I'll inbox you, and I'm able to, to make sure that this is what it is. I see you here. You're leading your family and your business. That is good. So let us talk about something many leaders do not say out so loud. And this is what we are saying, that when leadership are not saying it loud, what are they mean? So ESCO teams are, they are smart, they are experienced. Most of them that we have seen, a lot of them are smart, a lot of them are experienced, a lot of them are highly qualified. And yet follow through is often their biggest headache. Meetings go well, you have a meeting, it's a board meeting, it's a management meeting, and meetings go well, and everyone is in a agreeable. Everyone agrees, minutes are circulated, then 2 weeks later, nothing has moved. 2 weeks later, even a month later, nothing has moved. Why? Because it is not because leaders are lazy. It is not because they are not, they do not care. It's not because they were not in the meeting, or they were not informed. The real issue is this, and I want to emphasize it. Agreements happened, but ownership did not. There's an agreement, but ownership did not. Many teams agree intellectually, but they never align mentally and emotionally. And when mindset is not aligned, execution becomes optional. That is when you hear statements like, I thought finance was handling that. Or, we agreed HR would do this. HR is responsible. It was not actually me. Let us revisit this next meeting. So, when the thing was supposed to be this week, it takes on another thing, on another time that, if January was the time when you're going to start something, it now takes you to February. It now takes you to March, and you're losing time, and time never waits for anyone. And when you are losing time, it means something has fallen off. It means if it was an action to be taken, it wasn't taken. If it was in an approval, it means that month the approvals have not happened. And so you're delaying progress. You are delaying progress. So make sure that, this follow through happens at any level where you are. So we want to also talk about the hidden cost of silos and silence resistance. Let me talk about what quietly kills momentum. Silos kills momentum. Power struggles kills momentum. Silent resistance kills momentum. Silent resistance is dangerous because it does not shout. It does not shout. I want you to hear me clearly. It does not shout, but it delays. People do not say, I disagree. They say, okay, we'll do it. And then they do nothing. That is not rebellion. That is disengagement. And disengagement is expensive. It costs time, it costs trust, and especially trust. When you are not engaged, there is no trust. And when you break the trust of your teams, it is very, very difficult. And then there is no energy to do results. There is no energy for you to just go there and do something. I'm sure you can agree with me, those ones that are listening to me today, that when you are depressed, when you are not focused, even if you want to watch something, You fail even to raise the remote to switch on the television because you are so occupied with things that are not happening, and it just don't happen. And then you don't see, the results suffer. Most resistance is not about attitude. It is about fear. And fear is one of the things that kill momentum. It kills, that energy that you have. So it is about the fear you have. It's about the ego that, okay, no, it's only me who can be able to do this. It's only I who is able to do certain things. So uncertainty also is, it makes things not happen, or lack of clarity, where, a management especially expects wonders from the team members that are below them. But when in actual fact, they are not part of the bigger picture that they want. So when leaders do not address mindset, they keep fighting symptoms instead of causes. Symptoms will always be there. You see, okay, just like even in a home, we had just yesterday or this last week, we had taps leaking. We were checking what is happening. This tap is leaking. We talk about it. And then when it's time to fix, if there is no one who is saying, okay, let's get down to fixing, where is the budget? Who is going to pay for this? How are we going to raise money to pay for this? It will stay unresolved. So it starts, wherever you are leading from, it starts from there. So I just want to share that, agreement versus commitment. This is one of the most important leadership lessons. Agreement is verbal. Commitment is behavioral. You have to really, really know that once I have committed, it is about my behavior. How am I going to behave for this thing to be able to be shared and be done? Agreement says, yes, I understand. Commitment says, watch what I do next. Because you're there in the meeting, you have agreed this, you have agreed. Everybody says, yes, they understand. Commitment then says, watch what I do next. So what are you doing next at your leadership level? What is it that you're doing next? Silence is not alignment. Attendance is not buy-in. And this is why meetings happen every day, and especially in public service. Every day they're having meetings after meeting. Organizations are having meetings. But then even after the meeting, there is no buy-in. So if you do not have a buy-in, you're always just going to be asking unnecessary questions and delaying, the outcomes that you really want. So when you attend, it's not, actual truth that you are going to have buy-in. And if you really want to have that buy-in, everybody should say, watch what I do next, because that is what is making everyone move. And if you move, then the whole institution moves, the whole household moves, the whole organization moves, because then you are able to say, yes, and this is what I'm able to do. And a nod is not ownership. A lot of people, they are asking, when they're talking to them, they are asking and nodding, yes, that's the truth. But meantime, they're just nodding and nothing will come out of there. It's just silence and nothing happens. We have all agreed to things we were not committed to. For example, the big thing, I'm going to be on diet. I'm going to join membership. The New Year resolutions. Now imagine how often this happens at work, where you don't actually do it. And this is at personal level. You want to do a diet, you don't do it. You want to go to the gym, membership, you don't go there. You want to start walking, you don't start the walking. Every day something is happening. Oh, today, no, I can't start walking today. Today I've got a headache. Today I'm tired. Today I'll start tomorrow. So the year goes. This is February 10th. What are you doing about your New Year's resolutions? What are you doing about the things that you said you'll be able to do? How are you doing them? How are you leading yourself to be able to actually manage yourself? Everyone is a leader at their own level. I really, really love this. And when we are doing the Mindset Change program, we encourage everyone is a leader at their own level. Everyone is holding a missing piece of the puzzle. Put it down so that it can be able to be exercised and be able to actually be part of the winning team. So if you're holding, you say, no, I don't want, even last week, this is what they did. I don't agree with them. So let me just not even go there. So everyone should be able to put their piece of the puzzle down, because that is what you are employed to do. That's why you are part of the family. Have that impetus to do the things that you really want to do, the things that are going to add value to yourself and to the people that are around you. So leadership is not does not start with a promotion. If you cannot manage your reactions, if you cannot take responsibility without being chased, if you cannot show discipline when no one is watching, then you are not leading at your personal level. Then you are not leading at your personal level. A title will not fix that. In fact, a title only exposes what was already there. Leadership at every level requires a positive mindset. It requires self-awareness. It requires accountability. It requires willingness to change. If these are not being able to be taken or understood, then you are not, going to that level. That is why some people lead powerfully without titles, while others hold titles but struggle to influence. In our associations, like for me, who is in charitable organizations, from the day that I started, Ladies Circle and now in Agora, I have led at my own level. I don't wait for someone to tell me what to do. I have got initiative. I want to be that missing piece of the puzzle, the bigger picture of what I want, to happen. And so whether I have got a title or I have not, I make myself available and I make myself lead at that level where my actions, I've got a positive mindset. I am self-aware. I'm accountable to the things that I do, and I'm also willing to change. So I just give you this challenge. Wherever you are leading at that level, be accountable, have a positive mindset, be aware of yourself, and be willing to change. And this is why we are saying we have introduced the open at mindset change process. And this was deliberate. It was actually out of an experience that we had while training, an institution where leadership could not find these 3 days to sit in class and just see what was going on. So we decided to say, okay, probably if we introduce the opener to mindset change, then we socialize, the team to it, they would be able to do. And so this, we introduced the opener to mindset change process, which is just like half a day or 4 hours that we open your mind so that you can be able to lead at whatever level that you are. You'll be able to buy in whatever you expect your team to do. You're already aware that this is what they're going to do, and then you can help them, to manage whatever they are going to do. So this is where many organizations go wrong. They invest in the strategy. They go to meetings. They are there maybe at a lodge doing the strategy. For a whole week they've got the strategy, but that strategy is not. It's not. Sometimes whoever is not there, they are left behind. So the strategy needs then to be opened with the mindset opener to say, now this is the strategy that we have in our organization. What are the challenges that we might face? Who is it that we want to engage? How do we want to engage? Here are the results. So the results that we want to get. So if people are not aligned, how are they going to help the organization reach there? So they invest in the strategy. They also invest in skills. A lot of people are very skilled in the work that they do. And they also invest a lot in systems, but they skip the foundation. The foundation is a mindset. Are you going to be part of the game? Are you going to be able to execute what it is? So if they skip the foundation, which is mindset, you cannot sustain new behavior with old thinking. That is why the open of the mindset change process exists. It is the starting point. It is a conscious shift, and it is a structured entry into disciplined change that you want to have. It is disciplined change because we are, these days there are a lot of things that are happening around us. There are a lot of, distractions that are there. There are a lot of things that are happening without even our intention to say, this is what it is that I want to do. So the opener is the starting point. And it's also, we are conscious about the things that is going to happen. It is the shift that we need from negative things to positive things. And because human nature is born, loving negativity, you find that if they say, find something wrong about this person, it will be very easy to say, this is like this one is like this. But if you just say, can you just give, some of the positive aspects of this person, they struggle. Why? Because we are wired to negativity. And so this is why for me, for so many years, maybe for 35 years, I have trained myself to look at, that one thing that somebody is good at. I look at it until I get it, because there's no human being who has been born empty. Everyone has got something that you can use. And so I look for that. And there's enough for everyone if we can be able to look at that one thing that makes someone great. So once you have this mindset, shift or the opener, it helps people move from awareness, because a lot of us are aware of what we want to do. So they move from awareness to ownership, and ownership to taking action. It is not motivation, it's not pressure, but internal alignment. That is how smart leaders become winning teams. When you are a winning team, nothing can stop you from achieving that process that you want, that process that you invested in, that structure that you invested in, those skills that you have invested in. It just goes according to plan. So I want to do this. I want to call to action for you. If you are tired of meetings without execution, if you are tired of agreement without accountability, if you are tired of resistance that is never spoken, then the issue is not intelligence. It is mindset aligned, and mindset alignment and the process for you to do it. To learn more about the Open Up the Mindset Change program, you can actually call the number, or engage, or DM or engage the number that we are going to post in the chat box. That conversation could change how you feel and how you lead and how you respond to the things that are in our time. So, in closing, let me leave you with this. You do not need a title to lead. You need a positive mindset and the discipline to act differently. We say, the mindset change is going to help you see the world differently. Do the things that you never imagined they would be possible. It does just that. And this is why it is very, very important for us to make sure that whatever it is that we need to do gets, done. So that conversation is why we are here every, Monday, every Tuesday. We are here to make this conversation great. We are here to actually uplift you. We are here to make you understand that change starts at your own level. Change starts at the things that you want to happen. Change starts, it is actually within your reach. So let's do this. Let me leave you with this. You do not need a title to lead. You need a positive mindset and the discipline to act differently. Leadership begins when responsibility is owned, not assigned. I want you to type action if you are ready to lead differently. Just type in the chat box, action. I'll take action, because for us here and for people that follow us and for the people that we impact, we are saying 2026 is the year of action. 2026 is the year of action. Action is what it is that we want you to do at your own level. And I want to really, really thank you for being part of the mentorship, a journey today on Tuesday. This is where growth starts. And the way that we have made this Tuesday, it is just about aligning ourselves, around the wheel of life. You are here in the center of your own wheel of life, managing the 24 hours that you have, managing the 24 hours that you have. If you have these 24 hours are divided into what we call 8 by 8 by 8. The first 8 hours, you are managing the first 8 hours, you are managing your plan A. Plan A is what puts bread and butter on your plate, the bread and butter issues. The basic needs, Plan A will give you. Basic needs, shelter, clothing, food. Plan A should be able to give you. Plan B for the 8 hours, the other 8 hours. But imagine you have the 8 hours, but you only have 4 hours. That is productive. Where is the 4 hours, hiding? The 4 hours is hiding in the time you wake up, the time you go to the toilet, the time you brush your teeth, the time you bath, the time you come and dressing, the time you sit down to eat your breakfast or to eat whatever. If you work in shifts, it is all that time. The time that it takes for you to go to work, you cannot subtract it from the time of the first 8 hours. You have to manage within the 4 hours. The shopping, the visiting of people, everything that you need to do is in the 4 hours. And then the 4 hours is what you do for you to be productive, for you to add value to your life. For you to add value to your life. If you add value to your life, then it will make things happen for you. And then the last 8 hours is for resting so that you can start the cycle again. You can start the cycle again so that you can be productive. Even the 8 hours, it's not all 8 hours that you must sleep. You must at least create just, 20, 10 minutes, 30 minutes of you saying, what did I do today? What did I accomplish today? What have I done before you actually put your head on the pillow to sleep? And even that, you have to review. What did you do in family and home today? What did you do in mentor and education today? What is it that you aligned yourself to do in your financial and career today? What is it that you did in your physical and health, spoke of the wheel of life? Did you feed your body well? Because if you don't take care of your body, and this is where our Friday health tips are aligned, the physical and health, because they come to remind us of what it is that we have so that we can be able to live a healthy life. Because if you are not healthy, you cannot even be able to do family and home, you can't do mentor and education, you cannot do financial and career. Even part of your family, if your part of your family is not well, you cannot manage your wheel of life properly. So this is why it is a whole thing. It is managing your 6 areas of life, your whole total person. If you do that, you are managing your life very well. Spiritual and ethical. Did you socialize with your physical and ethical? The ethical things are many. We encourage everyone who has undergone our mentorship program or the mindset change program to say, ethical living is living as if someone is looking. When you live as if someone is looking, you are able to actually manifest the things that you want. Because spiritually, everyone, especially in Zambia, which is a Christian nation, and even other, other sections who are not Christian, they actually align themselves to something. Allah, Muslim, they align to something. Allah aligns to Buddha, aligns to something. So spiritually, most of us are okay, but how ethical are we? And then the social and cultural spoke of the wheel of life. You have to, what networks are you in that is going to add to your purpose? Who is going to come to your funeral? Who are you impacting is part of your social thing. But the cultural part is our values. What values are you leaving to yourself? What values are you leaving to the world? Who are they going to remember was this one? What are they going to remember about you? These are some of the things that in these 24 hours that is given to us by God, we should be able to socialize ourselves. And every individual human being has got 24 hours. Everyone, including the president, everyone, the one that sweeps, everyone has got 24 hours. So we should just align ourselves to taking action of the things that we want to do and the things that who we want to become equals to what it is that we are doing today. Remember, everyone is a leader at their own level. You try and go to UTH and then they are sweeping at 5 if you're going to enter. Even the doctors, they stay back, they are sweeping. That is leadership. People are taking leadership at their own level. And this is why we are saying, be able to align yourself at your own level, take action of the things that you really want, to manifest, so that you can go there and be able to do them. So take action if you are ready to lead differently at your level. And thank you for being part of the Free Mentorship Academy today. Watch out for episode 2 next week. Same place and same time. We grow intentionally, one mindset shift at a time. And thank you for joining us today. And I look forward to seeing you lead at your own level. It's 30 minutes and we say bye-bye. Thank you so much.